Welcome to the offshore genesis. As global demand for exotic leathers has skyrocketed,
Luxury conglomerates have faced a massive problem: how to secure a reliable, high-quality supply of shark and ray skin.
Without depleting vulnerable wild populations or violating strict international conservation laws.
The solution is industrial, high-tech aquaculture on an unprecedented scale.
This multi-million-dollar floating rig is a closed-loop ecosystem. Here, in massive, reinforced circular pens,
Specific, non-endangered species are bred and cultivated strictly for the luxury market.
Every single variable is monitored by a central artificial intelligence grid.
Water temperature, salinity, oxygenation levels, and precise nutritional feed are calibrated to ensure the animals grow at an optimal rate.
The goal here isn't just growth, it is absolute dermatological perfection.
From fighting, mating, and hunting, a single deep scar renders a skin completely useless for high-end fashion.
Once the specimens reach the precise age and dimensions required by the mainland tanneries, the harvesting protocol begins.
It is a highly mechanized, heavily monitored logistical operation. The raw yield is carefully extracted and immediately.
massive cranes hoist these containers. The raw material arrives at the processing nexus. From the moment the containers breach the doors of this mega factory, the natural world is left behind. This is a realm of extreme chemistry, brutal physics, and relentless precision.
Every single batch is barcoded, scanned, and cross-referenced with the offshore database to ensure complete traceability. A mandatory requirement for modern luxury goods.
If you were to look at these scales under a microscope, you wouldn't see flat flakes. You would see tiny...
The exact same materials that make up human teeth. Before this biological armor can be tanned, it must...
The skins are fed onto stainless steel conveyor belts, passing through a gauntlet of high-pressure water jets. They are then submerged into a sequence of intense, alkaline chemical baths that are designed to aggressively break down organic matter and lipids, but stop just short of damaging the fragile, underlying collagen matrix of the skin. It takes days of continuous, highly monitored washing to neutralize the raw hide. Technicians constantly...
By the end of this sterile wash, the skin is nothing more than a blank, purified canvas, ready to absorb the chemistry of immortality. If the sterile wash is the science of subtraction, tanning is the science of preservation.
Without this step, the organic material would simply decay.
The purified skins are loaded into colossal wooden drums.
Wood is deliberately chosen over steel here because it acts as an insulator, retaining the precise heat,
while allowing the tanning agents to penetrate the incredibly dense fiber structure of the shark skin. Inside these tumbling vats, heavy metals like chromium or proprietary blends of complex vegetable tannins are forced deep into the cellular structure of the hide. This process permanently alters the protein structure of the skin.
Once the tanning is complete, the skins enter the dye house. The skins are tumbled again, drinking up the vibrant pigments.
But a fascinating chemical anomaly occurs.
While the soft tissue of the skin absorbs the dye beautifully, the hard, calcified enamel of the tiny teeth on the surface repels it entirely.
This is the crucible. This is the exact moment an ordinary piece of aquatic leather is transformed into the...
Even after tanning and dyeing, the surface of the skin is still incredibly rough, like a heavy grit sandpaper.
It must be polished. But you cannot simply polish enamel teeth with a cloth. You have to grind them down.
Master technicians carefully feed the heavily dyed skins through industrial, high-precision sanding cylinders. The abrasive belts spin at thousands of revolutions per minute, violently grinding down the tiny, sharp placoid scales.
As the tops of the bumps are sanded completely off, a miracle happens. The grinding process.
Suddenly, the leather sparkles. Millions of tiny, perfectly flat, white nodules catch the overhead lights.
And it creates a stunning two-tone mosaic that looks exactly like a blanket of crushed pearls or diamonds.
After the sanding process, the skins are moved to the inspection floor. Under brilliant fluorescent lights, human inspectors
and AI optical scanners examine every single square inch. They check the grain consistency, looking for any micro tears or uneven sanding.
Only the most flawless, uniform skins are allowed to pass to the final stage.
The immortalized, sparkling skins are now ready for final assembly.
To ensure zero waste of this astronomically expensive material, automated laser cutting machines slice the hides with micrometer precision.
The computers calculate the optimal yield, cutting out perfect geometric shapes for handbags, belts, and luxury wallets.
But despite the millions of dollars invested in robotics and AI up to this point, the final construction requires the...
Shagreen is notoriously difficult to work with. It is so tough that it routinely breaks standard sewing needles and dulls cutting knives in a matter of hours. Artisans use specialized heavy-duty awls and thick, waxed threads to hand-stitch the pieces together.
Heated, sanded, and painted again up to 7 times to create a perfectly smooth, sealed border.
Finally, heavy, customized metal hardware, often plated in palladium or 18-karat gold, is clamped and screwed into the dense, armor-like skin.
From the violent, stormy depths of the offshore farms to the sterile, humming...
What began as the defensive armor of an apex predator is now the ultimate prey for the world.
Refined by science and elevated by art. It is controversial, it is captivating, and it is an incredibly lucrative global enterprise.
The luxury shark skin factory never sleeps. The journey of Shagreen does not end at the factory doors. It moves under heavy security.
Crossing oceans once again, but this time in the pressurized cabins of private cargo jets.
Its destination, the most exclusive fashion capitals of the world. Paris, Milan, Tokyo. In these sanctuaries of luxury, the product is treated less like an accessory and more like a rare artifact. Wrapped in silk and encased in midnight black boxes, it waits for its final owner.
For the elite who acquire it, Shagreen is more than just a material.
It is a tactile experience, a feel to an ancient, penetrating past.
It remains the ultimate, quiet symbol of stealth wealth, a secret recognized only by those who know.
The million-dollar Enigma, born in the wild, immortalized by science, and worn by the untouchable.